Aya Wilson has finally received the one update she's been fearing for months. While Caitlin Clark prepares to walk into Team USA's December training camp under the leadership of Sue Bird, Wilson is forced to watch from a distance. At this point, the situation has gone far beyond simple basketball decisions. It has become a painful reminder for Wilson that Clark is rapidly establishing herself as the most influential female athlete on the planet, while Wilson finds herself fading from the spotlight. The same player who spent months downplaying Clark's sensational rookie season with her "I have a shoe too" posts must now witness Clark step into the global spotlight and seemingly take her spot on Team USA. With all signs pointing to Wilson being pushed out of the program, fans can't help but wonder, why does Asia seem so consumed with jealousy toward Caitlin Clark? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Clark's invitation represents the kind of opportunity that separates standouts from generational legends. Team USA wants her at Duke University for its December training camp, an event that determines which athletes will represent the country at the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Olympic Games. For Clark, this marks her first senior national team camp as a professional. Sue Bird, who oversees the entire operation as managing director, personally selects the players who will shape the next decade of American women's basketball. During these intense 3 days, she evaluates every play, every decision, and every leadership moment. Those who impress her earn their ticket to international superstardom. Those who fall short are left behind. When Clark arrives in Durham, she joins one of the most talented young groups Team USA has ever assembled. Paige Buecher steps into her first senior camp. Juju Watkins also makes her debut. Angel Reese joins the mix as well. Cameron Brink and Aaliyah Boston complete the new wave of stars entering this elite training environment together. This collective represents the next era of global dominance for women's basketball. Head coach Kara Lawson runs the camp, with WNBA coaches Natalie Nakase, Nate Tibbetts, and Stephanie White overseeing on-court sessions. These coaches recognize elite ability instantly. They watched Clark flourish throughout her rookie and sophomore seasons in the WNBA. Now, they finally get to see how she stacks up against the best talent in the world over 3 non-stop days of competition. Clark will also share the court with her Indiana Fever teammate Aaliyah Boston. Their chemistry developed beautifully during WNBA play, and Team USA wants to see whether that combination can thrive on the international stage. Boston's defensive strength paired with Clark's offensive brilliance created a dynamic duo during the WNBA season. Coaches want to know if that same magic can elevate Team USA's future lineups. Veterans like Jackie Young and Kelsey Plum will also attend the camp, bringing championship experience and proven international success. While their leadership is invaluable, everyone knows this camp is primarily about the next generation. The veterans provide stability and mentorship, but the young stars, especially Clark, represent the direction Team USA is moving toward. This December gathering serves as the launching pad for America's next basketball dynasty. The framework for the 2026 World Cup roster begins forming at Duke. The 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles will feature the names that emerge from this selection process. Clark has positioned herself at the center of both events. Her invitation sends a bold message about the value Team USA sees in her. She proved throughout her WNBA seasons that she can thrive under intense pressure. Her leadership surfaced during Indiana's fight for the playoffs. Her global appeal makes her the perfect ambassador for international competition. To Sue Bird and the Team USA committee, Clark isn't just an elite talent, she's the face of the program's future. Her presence at this camp marks her transition from domestic superstar to global icon. Duke's training sessions will pit her against the world's top players, allow coaches to experiment with her in multiple units, and determine how she can be utilized on the international stage. Success here opens the doors to representing the country at the sport's largest events. What makes this situation even more striking is the contrast with the players who were not invited. A'ja Wilson's absence speaks louder than any official announcement. While Clark prepares to fight for international spots, Wilson is left on the outside looking in. It's a stark sign of where Team USA believes the future of women's basketball is heading, and Clark is clearly at the center of it. Wilson's reaction to Clark receiving that invitation reveals exactly where her mind has been for months. Her jealousy didn't begin here. It began long before this camp became news. Wilson has been watching Clark's rise with frustration steadily building, and each milestone Clark reached triggered another round of indirect jabs from the Las Vegas superstar. The pattern began when Clark secured her groundbreaking Nike deal. Basketball fans everywhere celebrated the moment, one of the biggest endorsement agreements in the history of women's sports. But Wilson couldn't resist jumping into the conversation. She immediately launched her "I have a shoe too" posts all over social media, sharing photos of her own Nike sneakers with captions that looked like desperate attempts to grab attention. Fans quickly recognized what she was trying to do. Instead of celebrating Clark, Wilson tried to redirect the spotlight toward herself, and the entire campaign backfired. Many saw it as petty and insecure. Wilson followed this with a wave of cryptic quotes across Instagram and X. "What is delayed is not denied" became her favorite line. She repeated it constantly while Clark's merchandise sold out nationwide. Wilson's postponed Nike rollout looked sluggish and uninspired when compared to Clark's immediate cultural impact. Every time Wilson emphasized patience and timing, the contrast only highlighted how effortlessly Clark's success materialized while Wilson waited for recognition she felt she deserved. The announcement of Time magazine's Athlete of the Year pushed Wilson past her breaking point. Clark became the first women's basketball player to ever win the honor, a massive acknowledgement of her influence on sports culture and the growth she brought to basketball as a whole. Wilson's frustration became impossible to hide. Her social media activity spiked within hours of the announcement. She began liking posts questioning Clark's qualifications. She shared content implying that others deserved the award more. She even tried to belittle Clark's financial success by claiming in interviews that she earns the same speaking fees as Clark. Wilson wanted to persuade fans that their market value was the same, but the claim only exposed her insecurities. Almost no one believed she commanded the same fees as the most in-demand athlete in women's sports. The statement made her look out of touch with reality. Every new achievement by Clark triggered another emotional response from Wilson. When Clark set rookie records, Wilson gave interviews insinuating that veterans didn't receive proper respect. When Clark led her team to playoff breakthroughs, Wilson posted reminders about championship experience. When Clark crossed over into golf and mainstream entertainment, Wilson complained about the media focusing too much on one player.